really, really tight people with really tight hamstrings, people who have really tight hips, really especially lower body tightness, maybe some back issues. Okay, so the first thing is go slowly and use props. And don't force yourself. And also remember that it's not about looking exactly like the pose. It's about trying to get the same stretch. So if somebody can go all the way down to the floor, that's great. You want a stretch in your low back, right? So maybe you can hold on to your knees. Inhale, exhale, try to go a couple inches forward. For you, this feels the same way as it did for me when I fell forward. So using your own abilities and strengths, find your way to get the same stretch. Also, I used to not be able to touch my toes when I was 16. So, I mean, miracles can happen, right? So, okay, props. You want blocks, if you can have them, or books, pillows from your bed, a scarf or a strap. Again, a bath towel is awesome. So grab your stuff. A wall, of course, is also really awesome. Okay, so warm yourself up as you like to do in yoga or as you like to do when you're running. Just get your body feeling good. And let's come to a kneeling position and place your hands under your shoulders, straighten your arms, take your knees under your hips. Again, you can always pinch your yoga mat and make a little cushion for your knees, or throw your towel under your knees. You do want to be comfortable. It's not cheating. So placing your hands under your shoulders, the fingertips are spread wide, knees are under your hips. Relax your feet. Inhale, dip the belly down, look up. Really sink your spine down. Your back is concave. You can roll from side to side if you like. You should feel something in your lower back if you're tight. Maybe this is really difficult for you. Stay here. Breathe into it. Exhale, rounding the back, dropping the head down, curling your belly in, engaging your core. Come into cat pose. Again, hold this for a while. See how it feels? Move from side to side and see how that feels. Stace forward. Inhale, drop the belly down and look up. Exhale, curl everything inwards, look down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. So do several rounds of cat and cow. It's really, really gentle. You can make it as gentle or as intense as you like. It is really good for our backs. It's a great way to begin your yoga practice because it's relatively gentle. You can always do all the variations of cat and cow if you're feeling fancy. So taking the balls of your feet, point them down on the mat, lift your knees, and now you can do the same movements, dropping the belly down, curling the back inwards, rounding the back, but with your knees bent. So this time you use more of your core strength. Inhaling upwards, exhaling, rounding the back downwards. Now take your knees down to the mat, and let's come into child's pose. Okay, so child's pose can be very difficult if you're tight. So grab your pillows. Grab them. Grab your blocks. Maybe you need 2 pillows. Maybe your pillows are kind of lame like mine. Okay, so you have your pillows, you have your blocks, you have your towel nearby. Let's find a comfortable child's pose. So I have my blocks kind of arranged where my hands are going to be outstretched. I'm coming to put my butt over my heels. So I can reach, but what if it's really, really painful or tight? So you have the option of taking your folded up back towel and putting it between your heels and your butt and your knees. Maybe that's where you need. Come down, sink your belly down. Maybe that's not enough. Take your bath towel away. Maybe you need your bath towel under your knees. Take first one pillow, horizontally throw it on top of your calves as you're kneeling. Take the other pillow and put it on top of the other pillow because my pillows are lame. Come to sit with your butt on top of your pillows, which are on top of your calves. As you come forward, start to lean forward. Keep your butt on the pillows, pushing your butt back. Take your arms, walking your arms forward, walking your belly down as your butt sinks into the pillows. Bring your head down to the mat if it will. If your head doesn't want to go down to the mat, throw your head on a block. You can find the best height with the block. As you come down, sink your belly down more. You can widen your knees if that feels better. Maybe you don't want to block. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. You can take 2 blocks and put them under your hands. Moving your hands forward. Keep your head down on the mat and relax your shoulders away from the ears. Your upper arms, shoulders, elbows, and hands are off the mat. They're on the lowest setting of the blocks. Maybe that feels good for you. You can also take your hands away and put your hands behind your back. So hold hands with yourself behind your back. Place your head down on the mat or place your head down on a block. Again, you really want to feel a nice, gentle, happy stretch at your low back. This pose should feel comfortable, somewhat, so you want to experiment with props to get it feeling really comfortable. This is a pose, Balasana, child's pose, that you can come back to a lot. You can even do it without warming up if you're just having some low back pain, but make it your pose, make it your asana, and explore with your props. From child's pose, let's come to Sphinx pose. So your hands are under your shoulders, slide your knees back, slide your pelvis down on the mat, and in Sphinx pose, you're going to place your forearms down on the mat, your elbows are under your shoulders, fingertips are pointing forward, your pelvis is down on the mat. Relax your shoulders and stay here. You want to feel a gentle stretch at your lower back. So squeeze your butt and see if you can come up a centimeter. Pushing your elbows down on the mat, inhaling, seeing vertebrae by vertebrae. If you can look up, come up just a little bit, squeezing your butt. Go so you feel a nice stretch. Open your heart. You can inhale, exhale, look to the right, look at your right feet. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, exhale, go to the left. Look at your left feet. Exhale, back to center. From this position, put your hands back underneath of your shoulders. Come up slowly into your tabletop. From your tabletop, grab your choice. Either 2 to 3 blocks. If you're quite tall, like somebody who might be watching this, you might need a few blocks. So figure it out. Put your blocks so that they're safe on the low setting. You don't want to fall over. And use your blocks as a little seat. So take your hands down on top of your blocks. Take your left foot outside your block. Pushing down the blocks, take your right foot outside the block. And move your feet forward, move your butt forward. Come to rest your butt on the blocks. So your feet are on either side of the block. You're in Malasana Yogi Squat. Taking your hands in prayer position, move your elbows so that they are pushing on your knees, your knee pits. Straighten your spine. Adjust as you need to. I think I need to adjust more. And then say this is not feeling so good. You can take pillows or bath towels. I'll use pillows. And as you come back up now, take first one pillow under the right thigh, one pillow under the left thigh. Come to sit down again on your blocks. I'm going to take the bath towel on top of my blocks to make it more comfortable. I'm rolling it up into a log. So I'm sitting on my bath towel and I have pillows in between my thighs and my under knees. I'm taking my hands together in prayer position, pranayama, and my elbows are in my inner thighs. Sorry, my elbows are in my under knees. I'm straightening my spine. Try to hold, once you've gotten comfortable, try to hold these positions for at least a minute. Try to even go for 2 minutes. It's not super yogic, but of course you can listen to music to kind of motivate you. Try to find music maybe that's gentle. It's not talking about like, I don't know, like buying lots of gold. Yeah, so once you've gotten out of your yogi squat, halasana, taking your hands down on the ground, push up gently, and we're going to come to a standing position. So as we're coming to standing, be really gentle. Bend your knees, relax everything, and come up slowly like you're a ragdoll, gently bending your spine, and come to standing. As we're standing, try to find your good position. So you want to make sure that you have a strong foundation in every asana. Whatever is touching the ground, but your head or your knees, is your foundation. So here's your feet. Keep your feet close together, but not touching. Depending on what you need for your body, you might want your feet a little bit wider or a little bit closer. You want to feel balanced. If you're a little bit heavier set, you might want a little bit more distance. If you're really, really flexible or really, really skinny, you might want less distance. But do leave a little bit of space. Keep your feet even, parallel to each other. Imagine your feet having 4 corners and find the 4 corners of your feet. Tuck your tailbone in. Take your shoulders down and back. Breathe. Imagine your spine being stacked on top of each other. And from here, let's try to come down to touch our toes. So that is not so easy if you're very tight. So first, inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, gently fall forward. Just fall forward. See where your arms land. Now let's grab your elbows. Grab your elbows, try to lean forward maybe like another ½ inch. Don't kill yourself. And you can sway from the left and to the right. And just enjoy this feeling. And maybe you're here. Really, maybe you're just an inch forward. Just find according to your body. You're gently leaning forward. You're holding your elbows. And you're just swaying from side to side. Your knees are straight. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Now, gently come back up. Let's try to actually touch our toes. So, for our really, really tight friends, you should use a chair. Inhaling, exhaling, come down to touch the back of the chair. Feel the nice hamstring stretch. Try to lean forward till you feel it, which is maybe only an inch for you, maybe a lot, maybe you need the bottom of the chair. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Try again to hold here for 2 minutes if you can. You don't want to overexert yourself, but you do want to feel a gentle stretch. The more that you do this, the more deeper you'll be able to go over time, the more flexibility that you'll get. It's also, men tend to have a harder time becoming flexible, and women tend to have a harder time becoming strong. Of course, we can both do both things, but strengths and weaknesses we have to overcome. So, you had so much fun with the chair. Let's set it aside. Let's come to the wall. From here, let's keep our spine straight, remembering our standing posture, our straight feet facing the wall. Place your hands on the wall. Keep your feet closer if you want. Inhale, exhale. Come to bend forward. I need to take my feet a little step back. Walking your hands down the wall. Feeling a nice back stretch. I'm going to walk my feet even more back and try to get my back straight. Sinking my belly down. Straightening my back. My shoulders are away from the ears. My feet are under my hips because that feels good for me. yourself out. Come back to the wall with your hands. And come to bend at 90 degrees. So your belly is parallel to the ground. Shoulders away from the ears. Hands are supporting you. Feet are straight. Now inhaling, take your left foot, pushing on the wall. And take your left foot back. Straight back. Try to keep the hips square. It's not easy for me. So you'll feel the stretch. Inhale, exhale. Bring the foot down. Now let's take the right foot. Inhaling, exhaling. Bring the right foot back. Keeping it straight, trying to keep the hips straight. Looking down at the ground, keeping everything as straight as you can. Exhale, bring the foot back down. Walking back to the wall. Let's do extended triangle pose, but using the wall. So for our balance, and especially when you're in a lot of pain from a stretch, you really want some support. Okay. So, take your legs, bring them about a little bit around wrist distance. Take your left foot and point it. Your hands are kind of against the wall. Your wall is your support. It's going to help you. Arrange your left heel inside. Line up your left heel with the arch of your right foot. Both of your ankles are roughly underneath your wrists. Your left foot is pointing forward. Your right foot is parallel to this other wall because I'm in a corner. Okay, so my left foot is parallel to the wall behind me. My right foot makes a corner. So I'm supported by my feet. Inhaling, keeping my spine straight. Inhaling, exhaling. I'm bringing the left foot hand down towards the floor. So as I'm coming down, I'm using the wall. I'm leaning back against the wall. I'm taking my hands down. My right hand is looking upwards against the wall, and I'm looking up. So my arms are out at my sides like a letter T. I've bent down to take my left hand towards my left ankle. If you're very flexible, you can come all the way down to the ground, keeping the shoulders open. If you feel unsupported using your calf or ankle, grab a block. Grab 2 blocks if you need to. So coming back to this position, let's do it again. I'm stacking my blocks up in a height that I think will be good for me. I'm taking my feet under my ankles. They're parallel to each other. I'm taking the left foot and I'm pointing it out towards the left. My left foot is now parallel with the wall. The arch of my right foot is lined up with my left foot, so it's centered. I have my arms out at my sides like a letter T. My back is to the wall. Inhaling, exhaling, I'm trailing my left hand down the wall. My right hand comes up straight. My left hand is looking for my ankle or this block. Don't fall over. Looking for this block. And feel like a nice side stretch. Look up at your right hand. Feel the wall behind you. Feel your block. And inhaling, exhaling, coming back up. Let's do it on the other side. So your feet are already wide apart. Taking your back is still to the wall. Turn your right foot towards the wall. Turn your left foot so the arch of your left foot is centered with your right foot. So right foot pointing forward, left foot is heeled towards the wall. So grabbing your hands out like a letter T at your sides. Inhale, exhale, keeping your back against the wall. Slide that right hand down the wall. The left hand comes up. Turn to look at your left hand. Take your right hand down towards the floor, your ankle, your calf, keeping your shoulders against the wall. It's helping you stay straight. Open your chest, look at your left hand. Again, you can grab the block. Might feel more stable. I've been finding that it's easier to take the block outside of my foot. So it goes wall, leg, block. So the block is most outside. So inhaling, exhaling, coming down on my block. You can experiment with different height levels, especially if you do this posture every day. You might find that over time you want a different height for your block. Now that we've sufficiently stretched, let's do some spinal waves. Spinal waves are great. I'm not very elegant at them, but it's the intention that counts. So, this is my wall, we'll say. Imagine your head as a weight. Drop your head down, round your back. Relax your arms. Take your pelvis back as you inhale and look up. Your back is straight. Start to bring your head up and bending your knees, bring your pelvis forward, rounding your head. Inhale, bring your pelvis back, start to look upwards. Rounding your head, bring your pelvis in. Inhale, come down. Rounding your back and shoulders, come up. Try to imagine your head as a weight. Keeping your knees gently bent. Punching your shoulders in. Coming up. Just imagine that your spine is like water. There's definitely some other people on the internet who've done better spinal wave tutorials. I recommend checking them out. Now that you've come up from your first spinal wave, let's do more spinal waves side to side. So taking your hips, take your feet hip distance apart, and roll your hips first to the left, back to the right, forward. And just experience putting your hips in a nice circle. And squeeze your butt and engage as you like, keeping the rest of your body relatively straight. Let's go the other circle, other side. Remembering to breathe as you do this, and especially if you have some low back pain, you will really feel this. So go slowly. And now let's add a little bit more movement. So really get into those circles, so just feeling the sides of your body engage. Let's go back the other direction. And relax. Let's come down to all fours. Let's do some more spinal waves. So take your hands under your shoulders, come back to your tabletop, inhaling, dropping the belly down, exhaling, curling everything in for cat pose. Let's add, hip circles. Okay, so grab your hips to the left, down, arching the back, look up as your back is arched. To the right, and as your hip go to the right, start to round your back, starting to look down, bring your hips forward, bring your hips to the left, starting to look up, bringing them back, starting to round your head down, look to the right, up, to the left, starting to pick your head up, bringing back, to the right, down, engaging your core, bringing them back, to the right. Enjoy these movements, go slowly. Let's go the other direction. And let's come back to our tabletop. From tabletop, take your left leg and place it outside of your left hand. Now taking your right knee, walk it back. Straighten your right leg back as much as is comfortable for you. Your hands are just like this. Now you want to take your forearms down to the mat and hang out in lizard lunge. But maybe you're really super tight. So what you can do is throw a couple pillows down and place your forearms on your pillows. You can also use blocks and just relax. Try to keep the shoulders away from the ears. Now let's take the pillows aside for a second. Placing the hands again under your shoulders. Engage the right leg and pick the knee up. Just enjoy how that feels. If you feel like it's all right, you can come back down with your forearms. Take your left leg and place it outside of your left hand. Now taking your right knee, walk it back. Straighten your right leg back as much as is comfortable for you. Your hands are just like this. Now you want to take your forearms down to the mat and hang out in lizard lunge, but maybe you're really super tight. So what you can do is throw a couple pillows down and place your forearms on your pillows. You can also use blocks and just relax. Try to keep the shoulders away from the ears. Now let's take the pillows aside for a second. Placing the hands again under your shoulders. Engage the right leg and pick the knee up. Just enjoy how that feels. If you feel like it's all right, you can come back down with your forearms. Again, you can put your forearms on the pillows, on blocks, engaging the right knee above the mat. Your right knee is straight. And relax, come down. Come into a child's pose. So, sliding your belly on top of your thighs, bringing your arms forward. Again, maybe your butt is really in the air and you want to throw pillows underneath so you can sink down more comfortably. And from here, let's do that other leg. So now the hands are under the shoulders, the right leg comes forward outside the right hand, your knee is bent. Slide your left leg back, straightening it, relax the shoulders, try to come down with your forearms to your mat. Hang out here, lizard lunge. Again, use the pillows if you like, or blocks, or a book, or a chair. Because maybe you can't really come down. So maybe you need to rest on a chair. Try to center the chair though, I didn't center it. So you just want to feel a nice hamstring stretch. You want to feel a nice stretch in your hips, maybe in your back a little bit. So maybe you need to lean on a chair. Quite all right. And now let's straighten that left leg. So bring the knee up off the mat, keeping the hands under the shoulders this time. Try to sink down again with your forearms. And again, maybe you need the pillows or you need the chair. You don't want to feel pain, but you do want to feel a stretch. So come out of this asana more gently than I did. And let us take a block and put the block under your sacrum. That's your low back. If you don't have a block, I think a rolled up towel would work rather nicely, or a pillow. So coming down, lay on your block. Relax your feet out gently. So you're just laying down on your mat and your feet are just hanging out. Now let's inhale and take the right knee up. So bend the right knee, take your both hands, and come to hold hands with yourself, and pull your interlock hands around your right knee over the right calf. So now you can close your right knee. Inhale, pull the right knee towards your chest. As you inhale, you can pull deeper. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed and on the mat. Maybe you're just here, but as long as you feel a stretch, that's what we're just trying to do, feeling a nice stretch. Let's say you can't grab your knee. You can't grab it. Let's take the strap, wrap your strap around your calf, and hold the strap. You're trying to bring your knee towards your chest. You're holding the strap. Exhale, let's come to the other side. Maybe you want the strap. Maybe this side is different for you. Every side of the body is different. So taking the both hands or your strap, come to form a loop, I'm American, so lasso, around your left knee, pulling your left knee towards you. Relax. Maybe again you want the strap. Taking both hands to hold the strap, relaxing the shoulders against the mat, and relax. So come out of this one, and let's try to do bridge. We'll do bridge with a block. So we're going to put the block on the tallest setting. Squeeze your butt, and take your heels back towards your hands. Your hands are laying on the mat, just face down. Your heels have come to meet your hands. You're squeezing your butt and lifting it in the air. Take your block and put it on the highest setting and slide it right around your tailbone. Come to lay down on your block if this feels good. Otherwise, bring it down to a shoulder setting. You can leave it sideways over your, on the second shortest setting over your low back. So find, maybe you want it horizontally or vertically. Find a position at your block that feels good. Squeeze your shoulder blades. If you're feeling flexible, you can try to hold hands with yourself behind your back. Try to squeeze your butt and relax your head down the mat. Squeezing your shoulder blades. And release the block. Come down to the mat. Now your back is just flat on the mat. Let's come to grab more props. So take your big pillow and put your big pillow so that it's vertical behind your back, so that when you lay down, you'll be able to lay on your pillow. So my tailbone is right in front of it. I'm putting my feet into butterfly, so the soles of my feet are touching and my knees are pointed out. So remember, your butterfly is according to your body. So maybe this is your butterfly, it's really far. Or maybe you're a ballerina, so it's like really, really high. But find what's actually comfortable for you. And then let's take our strap, or you can use a scarf. If you don't have one for this part, that's all right. Loop your strap around your feet to kind of secure them. So I'm making a little loop around my feet and I'm securing them in place. Now I'm going to take my blocks or pillows. You can also use more pillows or bath towels. You want some. Relax your arms out like a letter T. See if you want to change the height of your blocks. See if you need more blocks. Completely relax and inhaling and exhaling, come back upwards. So remove the strap from your feet, take the blocks aside, and let's come to take the pillow out too, and let's lay on our backs. Grabbing the strap in your hand, you'll need it. Let's come to take the pillow out too, and let's lay on our backs. Grabbing the strap in your hand, you'll need it. Just before I lay down, I'm going to take a loop of my strap and I'm going to put it over my right foot. As I come to lay down on my back, I'm taking both hands and I'm pulling at the strap. So my left leg is relaxing down on the mat. My shoulders are on the mat, my back is on the mat. Both of my hands are holding the strap that's around my right foot. I'm straightening my right leg. I'm keeping my right foot active. As I inhale, I'm grabbing at the strap. So maybe I'm just really here. The idea is here, right? Grabbing your toes. But you want to feel a nice hamstring stretch without overexerting yourself. Because you can hold this one for quite some time. You can listen to a podcast. Go according to your body. If you're really flexible, you can put your foot over your head and somewhere in the middle. But this is the same as this, right? It just depends on what it feels like for you. So maybe you're just a couple inches, or maybe you're all the way over your head. Do the same thing now with the other foot. So grab the strap around your other foot and hold your foot straight. Keep your foot active. Relax your foot down. Let's go over to the wall. Grab your pillow and throw it at the base of the wall. Maybe actually grab two pillows. Let's get crazy. So scoot yourself over so that your butt comes on top of the pillows and your legs come up the wall. Using your forearms, adjust yourself, or your upper arms, adjust yourself. Maybe you're a few inches back from the wall. Maybe you're all the way to the wall. Keeping your legs active. Pull your feet towards you. Keep your arms out at your sides. Relax as your legs up the wall. You can alternate between keeping your feet relaxed and keeping them active. You can be in this one for like 10 minutes. You can try it with the pillows, without the pillows. You can stay here for a long time. This one's a really nice one to do. You can also take your feet, take the soles of your feet together, and pulling your feet downwards in butterfly. Place your hands on your knees and see where you can feel a nice stretch. Pushing on your knees against the wall. Feet are pointed upwards, soles of the feet facing each other. Down from the wall, and let's come back to the mat. Don't knock over your houseplant. Come back to the mat and grab your towel. So I have my towel folded in half long way, so it's like a square, and I'm throwing my towel on my mat. And I'm coming to lay, I want my towel to cover my whole back region so that my spine is always feeling good on this extra pad I've made for myself. So let's take our feet down, like lay your feet down on the mat and lay down on your mat. Inhale, taking the both hands, grab your right foot, and using the right hand only now on the outside of your right foot, pull your right foot towards your body and have happy baby. So the idea is that your thigh will be resting against your stomach. And you can pull, but maybe you're just right here, a little bit bent. Find where you can go and explore the movement. Inhaling, exhaling, releasing this one. Taking your left foot, bending it at the knee, grabbing your left hand, and coming to grab the outside of your left foot, pulling it down towards your body, and have happy baby.
Again, the thigh is over the belly. You're pulling down on your foot. Ideally, you want a 90-degree angle with your legs, but anywhere where you feel the stretch is good. So maybe your knee is actually bent and that your calf is on top of your thigh. Or maybe you're a few inches in the middle. Find where it feels comfortable for you, and you can hold this one for a while. Let's release this side, and let's try with both legs. So bending the knees, bringing the knees up, or bringing the feet upward. Try to grab the outsides of your feet with their corresponding hands. So my right hand grabs my right foot, my left hand grabs my left foot. Again, maybe your knees need to be bent more. Explore the movement. And as you're in this position, you can rock side to side with your nice towel underneath you for cushion, being a happy baby. Try to release into this posture. It's a nice one. And come back to center. Exhaling, release the legs and bend your knees. So now you're in a little ball. Taking your hands, hug your ball. So maybe you're not very flexible, just try to grab your knees. Inhale, see if you can grab holding your hands with yourself. If you want to try for a challenge, try to hold your upper arms or your elbows. Try to get into your ball. Wind release pose. Rolling side to side on the mat. You can inhale and look up at your knees. Rolling side to side. And exhale, come back down. Taking the both knees, let's grab a block. Take a block, or your rolled up towel, or a different rolled up towel. Take a block and put it between your thighs. Squeezing at the block with your thighs. Inhaling and exhaling to throw your knees to the right. So your knees are bent and their thigh is holding the block. Your knees come down to the right. Both of your shoulders are on the mat. You're looking to the right. Your hands are out at your sides like a letter T. So your hips are stacked on top of each other. Only the left foot is down on the mat. You can relax your feet. Try to keep your knees stacked on top of each other. And inhaling, squeezing that block, using your core strength. Go to the other side. So slide your left hip on the bottom. Sorry, your right hip is on the bottom, your left hip's on top. Your knees are stacked on top of each other and they're pointing to the right and they're bent. Your arms come out like a letter T and you look to the left. Both shoulders are on the floor. You're squeezing the block and relaxing. And bringing both of your knees up to your center once more. You can release the block. Come back into wind release pose, hugging yourself, moving from side to side. And you can look up and do some last breathing. And when you're ready, release everything and unwind from the ball and come into your Savasana, the final relaxation. You can do a scan of your body from toe to head, relaxing each body part and observing your breath.